What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. In this first story comes from CNN. Let's get into it. Parents of Florida students with disabilities are taking a stand over masks, and they're suing Governor DeSantis. He is the governor of Florida. And this is from CNN. Will Hayes was supposed to start the new school year Tuesday, but instead he's staying home because of Florida Governor Ron DeSantis' ban on mask mandates in schools, his mother has said. Will 10 has Down syndrome and other underlying health conditions, but has always been included in the general education class in a public K at school. His mum, Judy Hayes, told CNN's Brianna Keller. But now, because her son is immunocompromised, she says his health will keep him from attending school with his peers in the Orange County Pacific Public Schools District. The district's policy requires masks for students and staff, but parents can easily opt out of it with a signed note. Opting out means sending a simple note with your child's name on it first day of school, such as I'm opting out of the first mask requirement for X child with parent signature, and the school's district policy states that the mask mandate is effective for 30 days. Oh, the school's district policy states. So, yep, you send in a note and then you're out. The mask mandate is effective for 30 days. It begins the first day of school year on Tuesday. Um, yeah. So in July, as COVID-19 cases surged in Florida, DeSantis issued an executive order directing the state's health and education departments to issue rules preventing the implementation of school mask mandates. The order came in response to several Florida school boards considering or implementing mask mandates. The governor's office said and is said it is meant to be. Wow, this is badly written. I'm just gonna say this. This is slightly badly written in the way it's worded. Right. But the governor's office said that it is meant to be protect parents' freedom to choose whether their children wear masks or not. If we don't have enough kids wearing masks, that effectively makes it unsafe for my child to go to school at all, says his mother. And if he can't go to school in person, he can't just pivot to digital learning like most kids could because he won't have access to the educational supports that he needs. So not having a mask mandate just completely deprives him of the opportunity to be educated along with his typical peers. So Judy Hayes and a handful of other concerned parents with students who have disabilities filed a lawsuit against the state of Florida and DeSantis on Friday. It's the second lawsuit DeSantis is facing over his mask mandate ban. Um, and there's a lot that goes into this. But basically, it's common sense, reasonable accommodation for a vulnerable child who is immunocompromised or at least risk of a serious disease to require a public entity to implement simple precautions to ensure that the most vulnerable children are safe, the lawsuit states, which makes sense. That's the whole point. You know, he actually does sort of do a good example down below, but the example down below leaves a lot to desired. While this proposition should not be in dispute, Governor DeSantis' executive order requires school districts to defy their obligations under federal law and harm the children who the disability discrimination laws were enacted to protect. So the lawsuit claims violations of Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, Americans with Disabilities Act, and the Rehabilitation Act. I feel like it's another culture war that Governor DeSantis lodged against the people of Florida, Hayes said. Parents like me are terrified. School starts in an hour and a half, and we have no options. We have no idea what we're supposed to do. It's almost as though DeSantis is actively trying to harm our children. He's definitely not doing anything to keep them safe. So yeah, that goes on a bit more. But this one here. Florida's second largest school district, Broward County Public Schools, announced in late July that the district would require everyone in their buildings to wear masks to guard against COVID-19. That came after the US Centers for Disease Control and Prevention issued new guidance recommending everyone in K 12 schools wear a mask regardless of vaccination status, and the district said it would withdraw said it will said it will withdraw its mask mandate after the governor threatened to withhold funding from districts that require face coverings. So yes, Governor DeSantis went as far as to say that if you implement a mask mandate to protect the most vulnerable in your schools, then we will defund your schools completely. Yep. That is terrifying, actually. That is absolutely terrifying that someone will go as far as to say, if you defy me, I will remove all funding from the education systems in your areas. There will be no school, there will be no teachers' salaries, there will be nothing. I will take it all away. That is terrifying. Like, if I was a person in Florida, I would be afraid. You know, it terrifies me. I've lived in Florida practically my entire life and never envisioned that I would be in this position, that the governor would actively be trying to harm my child, has said. Epidemiology doesn't work that way. It doesn't care about your freedom. It doesn't care about your feelings. So yeah, there's more about her brother, and this comes after there's more about her other son as well, who is doubly vaccinated and who will attend school, but he will be double masked, and she's still scared about that son, especially with her other son. But yeah, and this comes after Florida requests 300 ventilators from the federal government as cases keep rising. Um, but Governor DeSantis says he isn't aware of that request, which is interesting. The governor is not aware of the request that his state has requested 300 more ventilators. Scary, actually, that he isn't aware of that. But as an increased, Florida's request 300 more ventilators. This comes from local10.com. Um, According to the Department of Health and Human Services, planning document obtained by ABC News. Request was made on Friday to replace expended state stores. The document said Governor Ron Dennis said Tuesday that he was not aware of such a request when asked about it. I've not heard about that, so I have to check to see if it's true or not, he said. I would honestly doubt that that's true, but I'll look. We have a lot of stuff that we stockpiled over the last year and half through the Department of Emergency Management. I have not any requests across my desk. I have not been notified of that. So yeah, it's just a crappy situation all around, but oh, it'll be interesting to see. We'll have to see where the court cases go and if any more information comes out. But yeah, things not good in Florida. That's for certain. Anyways, guys, if you liked the video, hit the like button. As always, comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.